Wait till you see what's going on inside the ultra-leftist rag, the Washington Post. We're going to see the shocking loss of readers and revenue. We're going to see how employees have started to panic. And make sure to stick me at the very end of this video when I'll reveal how it's all par for the course in the slow but steady death of the legacy lamestream media. You are not going to want to miss this. It's being widely reported that the Washington Post, the paper with the pathetic "democracy dies in darkness" slogan, they have officially lost 500,000 readers over the course of the last 2 years. Ever since Bumbling Biden came to office, they've gone from 3 million subs in January of 2021 to now just 2.5 million subs, a loss of 500,000. It's an absolutely stunning blow to their bottom line. The Post is officially ending as a result, their Sunday magazine, but that's not the only thing that's ending. Needless to say, the layoffs are coming, and they're coming quick. Already the employees at the Washington Post are organizing to try to get ahead of the pink slips. The Post Employees Union took to Twitter, of all places, to express their grievances. Quote, "Tomorrow, the Washington Post hosts a company town hall. Employees sent questions in advance, but our publisher, Fred Ryan, rarely answers the hard ones. None are taken live. But after brutal layoffs, we want answers about Washington Post's future. Democracy dies in darkness, right?" Indeed, it does. That's what the Post has been lecturing its dwindling readers ever since President Trump came to office. A video emerged from inside that meeting. It was an all-employee town hall with the CEO of the Washington Post trying to, what shall we say, break the news of the paper's at least partial demise softly, but things did not go too well.
We're not going to turn the town hall into a grievance session for the board. I'm sorry.
Ask the question.
Fred, you talked about positions getting eliminated. What are you going to do to protect people's jobs? Are they going to be treated like the magazine staffers were?
We'll have more information as we move forward. Thank you very much.
And how will your positions be decided?
You seem to be disrespecting.
As the union's tweet alluded to, that was a fellow by the name of Fred Ryan. Poor fellow, man. He's the CEO of the Post. He's Jeff Bezos' lapdog. Bezos, of course, owns the paper. Make sure that they dutifully push his woke leftist sentiments onto an increasingly dwindling audience. As you saw or heard on the podcast, Ryan refused to let the all-employee town hall degenerate into what he called a grievance session. That's right. Shut up. Shut up. Isn't that interesting? These employees were just treated precisely the way the Washington Post treats its dwindling readership, as passive receptors to their virtue signaling lectures. And you can hear people saying, but what about protecting our jobs? What about what about protecting our jobs? These people are just living in their own woke bubbles. Of course, the answer to that is, well, pray tell, where are we going to get the financing for those jobs? You do recognize there is an economic cause and effect relationship between your job and our audience and our ad revenue. I don't know, perhaps not. Now, of course, what's happening over at the Post comes on the heels of the latest debacle over at CNN, the most distrusted name in fake news. Has suffered nothing short of a bloodbath in layoffs recently, or as Yahoo News put it, a gut punch of layoffs. For example, the entire staff over at HLN, which is a spinoff of CNN owned by CNN Global, the entire HLN operation has been officially nixed. According to CNN's reliable sources columnist Oliver Darcy, there were, quote, hundreds of staffers who were recently let go. It was utterly brutal. And this, of course, all follows CNN's ratings implosion, losing 90% of their audience over the course of the last year. I mean, gang, just let that hit you. 90%. It doesn't get a lot worse than that. But as it turns out, whether we're talking about CNN or the Washington Post, this is all increasingly becoming par for the course for the legacy media. Plummeting readership, plummeting ratings, layoffs, and even closings are all becoming more and more frequent among legacy media outlets. Wait until you hear these numbers. It's going to absolutely shock you. But first, gang, it is Christmas time, and what could possibly make a better gift for your loved ones than a warm, soft, comfortable MyPillow from the one and only Mike Lindell? And you don't even have to tell them that you used special code Turley, and that means that you save almost 70% on that pillow. In fact, promo code Turley will get you the same discounts on all of Mike's nearly 200 MyPillow products. For example, if you get the classic MyPillow, which is normally $69.98, if you get it with promo code Turley, the Christmas magic happens. That $69.98 turns to $19.98 and applies to over 200 products in their catalog. So don't wait. Click on that link below. Get the gift of comfort and warmth to your loved ones this Christmas season and get the best savings ever. Some months back, the New York Times turned a lot of heads when it published its findings on the amount of recent job losses suffered by those who work in mainstream news media outlets. According to the Times, more than 33,000 news professionals had either been furloughed, lost their jobs, or had their pay reduced since the COVID lockdowns. According to the chief economist at Indeed.com, news listings for jobs in the media fell an astonishing 35%. But even the Times recognized that this free fall in lost media jobs didn't start with the pandemic. Around the time the Times published their piece, the Pew Research Center reported a study that found that since the year 2008, U.S. newspapers shed half of their employees, half their newsrooms. In fact, newspaper circulation today is at its lowest it's been since the 1940s. Business Insider reported that the number of layoffs in the mainstream media for the year of 2019 alone was more than all the job losses in the previous 5 years combined. And obviously, it's not just the Washington Post and CNN. We're talking BuzzFeed, Vice Media, NBC, Huffington Post, news outlet after news outlet, each shedding hundreds and hundreds of jobs. And the reason for this implosion, at least for me, is rather obvious. Legacy media is in effect what we might call a performative contradiction. They're trying to be two mutually exclusive projects at the same time. They're trying to convince their audience that they are objectively reliable mediators of information, like when CNN's Don Lemon shocked Stephen Colbert by telling him that I don't think CNN has ever been liberal. It's just reporting the facts. They're claiming to be objective, reliable mediators of information, all the while they're practicing what's called advocacy journalism, which is the explicit rejection of objectivity in journalism. Advocacy journalism begins with the partisan narrative or the frame that they want to advance, and then the so-called reporters select and fit the supposed facts into the frame. So advocacy journalism almost inevitably commits the fallacy known as confirmation bias, where information data are in effect weaponized to support one's partisan sentiments. And this is why more and more people are just turning away from the legacy media. They see it as a performative contradiction. And they would rather have analysis from independent content creators like yours truly, who are very open and honest about the perspective they're coming from and offering an analysis of the news or reporting of the events from that open perspective. No one's trying to pull the wool over your eyes like Don Lemon is trying to do. And so all of this is to say that the days of the lamestream media really do appear to be coming to an end. The era of fake news really is over. The age of the independent content creator is just beginning. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You'll definitely want to check out my latest video on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropping a massive bombshell. You're going to absolutely love it, so make sure to click on that link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.